Hello, Pewter people. Scott Reynolds here with another Pewter Pulse. We know the Buccaneers have a need at cornerback. Even general manager Jason Light and head coach Todd Bowles have admitted that this offseason. So, with the news that Miami and seven-time Pro Bowler Jalen Ramsey could be set to part ways via a trade prior to the draft, how interested should Tampa Bay be in possible trade talks for the 31-year-old cornerback? After all, the Bucs recently cleared a bunch of salary cap space and currently have about $31.6 million in cap room available. I'll discuss that in today's Pewter Pulse. But first, a reminder, hit the thumbs up button and leave us a like on this video. Also, leave a comment. Love reading the comments. Doing those two things can help us defeat the YouTube overlords and their mighty algorithm. Well, what it really does is it helps us get this video and others in front of more awesome Bucs fans like you. So thank you very much. Now, should the Bucs be all in on trading for cornerback Jalen Ramsey? Maybe, but will they? If we were playing a game of Madden football on your favorite gaming platform, this would be a situation where you would trade veteran cornerback Jamel Dean, who is Pro Football Focus's 16th best cornerback in 2024. That's right. He was rated that high by PFF. Trade Dean and a draft pick, preferably in 2026, for Miami's Jalen Ramsey, who was PFF's 10th best cornerback last year. The Madden computer would probably let you do it for the right draft pick because of the ranking algorithm of those players. But this isn't Madden football. This is real life football, run by human beings and not machines. And human general managers, coaches, and scouts can look at Dean's track record for getting injured and the fact that he has just one interception in the past 2 years and say, no thanks. Remember, Jamel Dean hasn't been able to finish either of the last two playoff losses for Tampa Bay, the loss at Detroit in 2023 due to a back injury and last year's loss to Washington with the knee injury. With Dean sidelined for the second half of both of those games, his replacement has been exploited, and that sent Tampa Bay home from the postseason early. The Bucs have tried to trade Dean this offseason, but found absolutely no takers. Tampa Bay was incredibly lucky that Detroit surrendered a third-round draft pick for Carlton Davis last year. The Lions were the only team that wanted Davis. They didn't know that, of course. And the Bucs were just about ready to cut him for salary cap reasons when Tampa Bay lucked out with the last-minute trade. No such luck this year, as no team wants Dean, certainly not with a $12.5 million base salary this year, and $13 million next year when he turns 30. Jalen Ramsey is still a good cornerback, but he's also 31 years old, and he's in the twilight of his career. He missed 7 games in 2023 due to injury, but didn't miss a single game last year or in 2022, which was his final season in Los Angeles with the Rams before joining the Dolphins. But there's a reason why Miami is considering trading Ramsey. He's not as good as he used to be. And certainly the Dolphins don't think he's worth $24 million. Teams just don't part ways with their best players, and Miami feels like he's not one of their best players anymore. Certainly not at that price point. Ramsey comes with a very hefty price tag. There's no doubt about it. He's got a guaranteed salary of over $24 million this year. But it is the final year of his contract with any guarantees. But Ramsey has 3 more years left on his current contract through 2028, each at around $24 million per year. That's twice what the Bucs are paying Dean. On paper, it looks like the Bucs have the cap room to do this deal and absorb a big cap hit. But Tampa Bay is looking to extend the contract of right tackle Luke Gedeke, who is rising to Pro Bowl status, and the team's own rising star at cornerback Zion McCollum, who is just 25. Plus, big extensions are on the horizon for other ascending players like Yaya Diaby, Kalijah Kancey, and Cody Mauch. And remember, Mike Evans is also in a contract year, and Baker Mayfield is underpaid and will likely want or need a raise in the 2026 offseason before he enters his contract year. Got to keep the quarterback happy. The Super Bowl window for the Buccaneers is open, and there's no doubt that Ramsey could significantly help Tampa Bay's chances of winning it all this year or in 2026. But taking a chance on a 31-year-old cornerback has a degree of risk to it. At some point in time, Jalen Ramsey will stop being that guy. The last big trade Jason Light made was for Jason Pierre-Paul in 2018 for a third-round draft pick. JPP was 29 years old at the time, 2 years younger than Ramsey is now. And by the time JPP was 32 in 2021, his body started to break down. And that was his last season in Tampa Bay. Jason Pierre-Paul was done in the NFL at age 33. Acquiring Jalen Ramsey would also cost a draft pick, some compensation. How many teams would be interested in trading for Ramsey? Would there be a bidding war that would drive the price up past, say, a mid-round pick into a day 2 selection? Again, if this is Madden, you offer Dean and a 2026 mid-round pick and hope the computer accepts your trade. But this is real life, and the Dolphins would want a 2025 draft pick this year, perhaps more. The Bucs only have 6 picks this year in the draft, and Todd Bowles isn't afraid of using them on a rookie cornerback and then starting that player opposite Zion McCollum right away. Remember, Bowles started Sean Murphy-Bunting and Jamel Dean in 2019, which was their rookie season, and they helped the Bucs win a Super Bowl the next year in 2020. That was also the year that Bowles started rookie Antoine Winfield Jr., the team's second-round pick, when he went wire to wire at free safety from week 1 all the way to the Super Bowl. The Bucs do like a lot of cornerbacks in this year's draft, including East Carolina's Savon Rebel Jr. So we'll see what happens. I'm kind of torn on whether the Bucs should go for it this year and make that offer for Ramsey. With the Super Bowl window open, it might be the time to be bold and take advantage of the timing. But Tampa Bay won't, so don't get your hopes up. I know this team too well. The reality is that if Ramsey was cut today, he would probably only fetch about $15 million per year or so on the open market. That's his market value right now. So that means he's overpaid by around $9 million, which is why the Dolphins are wanting to part ways with him. And Tampa Bay is not going to want to have an overpaid 31-year-old cornerback on its roster. The Bucs really like their core nucleus of players a lot and don't want to risk being unable to sign a young ascending star in 2026 or 2027 because an aging cornerback like Ramsey's taken up so much cap space. So instead of being bold, the Bucs will likely be cautious and stick to their strategy of drafting and developing players and then re-signing the players that become stars in their system. That strategy's worked so far. In the end, that's just as risky, though, as taking a chance on Ramsey if Tampa Bay doesn't draft the right cornerback to start as a rookie in 2025. But if the Bucs do draft the right cornerback and that player becomes a star sooner rather than later and is about 10 years younger than Ramsey, well, then it's certainly a risk worth taking. Jason, Todd, choose wisely. You've made the right choice in checking out Pewter Report TV. That's our YouTube channel where you can find more Pewter Pulse videos from yours truly, the Pewter Report podcast, and other great Bucs video content. Make sure you subscribe to Pewter Report TV. Hit the subscribe button. Also hit notifications. That'll let you know when we go live with any Pewter Report podcasts or we have new videos up on our YouTube channel. Make sure you follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram at Pewter Report. And make sure you're visiting pewterreport.com for daily Bucs draft coverage. Nobody covers the Bucs like Pewter Report, and we'll have complete draft coverage all the way through day 3 of the draft and into the undrafted free agency rounds after the draft on pewterreport.com. And I'll be back soon with a new Pewter Pulse.